International and domestic pressure is mounting on Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu after US President Joe Biden criticized him for not doing enough to secure the release of hostages held in Gaza.
What makes you think that this deal will be successful in a way that the other deals were not?
Hope springs eternal.
Mr. President, do you think it's time for Prime Minister Netanyahu to do more on this issue? Do you think he's doing enough?
No.
This criticism came in the wake of 6 hostages being killed. Britain has suspended some arms exports to Israel, citing a clear risk of breaching international humanitarian law.
And that for certain UK arms exports to Israel, there does exist a clear risk that might be used to commit or facilitate a serious violation of international humanitarian law.
During a press conference, Netanyahu apologized for the failure to rescue the 6 hostages who, according to him, were executed by Hamas militants. Netanyahu also rejected any notion of making concessions in ceasefire talks with Gaza.
I was asked whether I'm not doing enough to the release of hostages. Well, I want to set the record straight. On April 27th, Secretary of State Blinken said that Israel made an extraordinarily generous offer for a hostage deal. On May 31st, Israel agreed to a US-backed proposal. Hamas refused. On August 16th, Israel agreed to what the United States defined as a final bridging proposal. Hamas refused again. On August 19th, Secretary Blinken said, Israel accepted the US proposal. Now Hamas must do the same. On August 28th, that's 5 days ago, Deputy CIA Director said that Israel shows seriousness in the negotiations. Now Hamas must show the same seriousness. I want to ask you something. What has changed in the last 5 days? What has changed? One thing. These murderers executed 6 of our hostages. They shot them in the back of the head. That's what's changed. And now after this, we're asked to show seriousness? We're asked to make concessions? What message does this send Hamas? It says, kill more hostages, murder more hostages, you'll get more concessions. The pressure internationally must be directed at these killers, at Hamas, not at Israel. We say yes, they say no all the time, but they also murdered these people. And now we need maximum pressure on Hamas. I don't believe that either President Biden or anyone serious about achieving peace and achieving the release would seriously ask Israel to make these concessions. We've already made them. Hamas has to make the concession.
On the other hand, Hamas says the hostages were killed in Israeli strikes. The group has warned that if Israel continues its military onslaught on Gaza, the remaining hostages may return inside coffins as well. The uncertainty regarding ceasefire negotiations has sparked protests across Israel, with thousands taking to streets followed by a general strike. The protesters are pressuring the Netanyahu government to secure release of hostages being held in Gaza since October 7th.